Hey guys, welcome to another video. It's been a while since I've done where I just stand awkwardly in front of a camera and talk to myself in an empty room as though I were actually talking to someone. I think about 2 months have gone by now since I've last done that. It was Japan AMA. I'll be doing more of those, but everything on the channel was sort of put on hold because I had this 3 weeks vacation where I went back to Canada. So the purpose for this video is I have some wonderful news, some amazing news, and I wanted to share that. But I figured I'd give a little brief update for the things that will come shortly hereafter on the channel, because it's not just going to be this right here. So one of the coolest things that I did when I was back in Canada is my buddy said we should go on a hike. And he did a lot of convincing to get me to go on this hike where it sounded like it was going to be a short thing. It was going to be beginner level. It was not going to be difficult. There'd be no element of death involved or chance of death involved. And this was not the case. And I think for the better. I went on this hike with my buddy and I've seen some shit. I've seen some real shit in my life. I used to do tree planting, so you got the vistas. You went way up north. And I have to say that this hike that we did very quickly, and especially at the end, rivaled anything that I'd ever seen before. So like some of the most epic views of my entire life, and seriously elements of danger where you're like, I'm fine here, I'm dead if I step over there. So it'll be a really cool video that I'm excited to make. And actually, once I get this edited and thrown up tonight, that you'll be watching it the following day, I'm going to immediately start work on that. So that should be cool. Can't say exactly because you don't want to rush these things. You don't want to put a video out without putting that correct amount of love into the video. Can't say exactly when it would be done. Were I ambitious, I would say hopefully for Saturday, but then tentatively next Tuesday, depending on how much effort it requires to actually get the thing done right as it should be. So the exciting news now, giving that little update of the following videos to come. The exciting update for me is that for anybody who's followed a little bit of the channel, anybody who's especially in recent months been talking with me in the live streams that I've done, has known that I'm doing the JLPT, was doing the JLPT N4, and this is something that I took the first time and failed by 1 mark, took a second time, failed by 10 marks. I thought the 1 mark failure was impressive in some strange way. It's like it would be harder to fail by 1 than to pass by any number or whatever. It's like you'd really have to carefully fail. So the gods served me up something very interesting there. But I can say with great satisfaction that I finally got my 3rd strike result, which wasn't a strike, I should say, my 3rd result back, and it was that I finally passed the JLPT. And at the 4th level, so I've arranged my next lessons. I'm going to go right in. I'm going to do the Japanese language proficiency test for the N3 level in December. And I did not, of course, make this video to gloat. Maybe a little. No. It's for the purpose of, I think we have so many things that give us a sort of filtered view of each other's lives nowadays. And I think none more so than YouTube. YouTube is horrendous for this. For the fact that we're often shown always the best side of things. And it's no mystery, it's no secret that the more time they say that you spend on social media, you're often finding yourself more depressed. And this is because of comparisons, of ridiculous comparisons of what is a finely tailored impression of somebody's life without seeing the sort of struggles that they're going through on a day-to-day. It's so easy to look at somebody on Facebook and think that, oh, this person's life is so much better than mine. Why do I have so many failures of my own? Why can't I achieve these things that I seem to see everywhere else around me? And as I say, YouTube included. And so I wanted to share this success, but with the full awareness of the failures and hundreds of hours of study that came previous to it, that whether you're struggling with the JLPT, say you're trying to get over to Japan, maybe you just have something day-to-day in your life that you keep trying to do that won't work out for you, and that's really, really frustrating. It's that I want to show you here that I'm right there with you, that you are not in that platitude way. You are not alone, so to speak, that we're all failing, and I always kind of like to do that reset on my channel occasionally, get real, talk real to the camera about these sort of failures, but also the victories that I'm having. But also, I think important to discuss them because I talk about this quite a bit in the years that I've done the channel, is that when we are defeated, when we fall down, when we finally do succeed, I was describing today, I responded to about 30 emails today, so I'm all caught up on anybody who emailed me. I was saying that basically your failures are the water that your boat floats in. It's the sort of thing that kind of gives substance to the victory or place that it is that you're going. And we should always evaluate how we're looking at our failures as something that doesn't necessarily diminish us, but can, if we don't give up, be something that ennobles us, makes us better for the fact that we persevered through them. So I can say this finally at the end, where I did it 3 times and I passed. And some may say, oh, it's only the end 4. But this is the other important fact, is that our failures and our victories are relative to our experience. And so it doesn't actually matter what the very specific thing is. What matters is what it is that you're experiencing that is challenging you, and whatever perspective for your personal experience you need to get through that challenge and not let it defeat you. And I do think that a big part of this, and one of the reasons that I had success, I have my own determination, things that I wanted to do. I knew I didn't want to give up, but I have a great support structure. I have a great group of like very real people around me, will say, that they have that same opinion, and you help each other out. Simon and Martina would say that you build a ladder. And so I'm very, very grateful to these people. And I wanted to share this failure success on the channel to say, I finally did it. I'm so happy. I'm so stoked. Straight on through to the N3. But I'd done so at the behest of so much failure, so many hours of studying that resulted in not what it was that I wanted as the final conclusion to my efforts. So there's a little bit of an update from the channel. Thanks always for watching. I really appreciate it, guys. Through thick and thin, through all the changes on the channel, where I'll start a series but not do another series, and people have remained patient and interested in what I'm doing. So for that, I'm eternally grateful, and I will catch you in the next video, as I always do. Look out for it. Have a good one.